Remember, credit is very important, but that credit card money isn't yours and you will have to pay back. So be smart about it. It's good to know that many people will impose their beliefs and the way that they think life should be onto you. It is your life and it is okay to let them know that you have other plans, that you want something else for yourself. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're already part of the tribe. Before we get into anything, I want to suggest that perhaps you subscribe to my channel if you are into self-love, self-improvement, and self-development kind of videos. Today we're going to talk about important life advice that no one tells young women. Being a woman in this world is pretty tricky. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 or maybe 6 important things that I think young women should know. This video is good for young girls, young women, teenagers in high school, junior high school, anything and everything across the board. It's very important to know how much, or at least get a glimpse of how much life will change from now on. It's not going to remain the same. There's a lot of changes coming your way, and that's okay. Know that you can and you will overcome all of it that may come your way. I find that there's so many things as young women that aren't told to us. And if people would have told us certain things when we were younger, it could have definitely made a difference of who we are today and how we carry ourselves today. That can help you in your future. First thing, and I think it's so important to know that it is not easy to keep all of your friends as friends. All those group of friends that you love and adore so much today may not be your friends years down the road, and that it's okay. You know, all of the TV shows we watch, whether it's Friends, whether it's Sex and the City, so many shows out there that talk about keeping long-term friendships with a group of women or girls, you know, and just be friends. You share all of these experiences together. Well, it doesn't always happen that way. Understand and accept that many of your friends will grow up. They'll learn more of themselves. They'll get to know themselves more, and you guys may not connect as you once did. You yourself are going to change. You are going to learn more about yourself. You may meet more people and you may start to hang out with other people, and that's totally okay. There's a very high possibility that you may not have the friends that you have now. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life, and that includes your friends, even the ones that seem so close to you right now. You might grow out of that friendship, and it's totally okay. Peer pressure does not stop during your junior high school or high school days and your youth. It happens throughout life. Peer pressure may not come across as peer pressure as you get older. It comes in other ways. When you're pressured to do something you don't want to do, when you're asked to hang out with certain people you don't want to hang out with, to be in certain places where you know you don't feel comfortable. But one way to combat this, to deal with pressure and doing things you don't want to do, is by learning to say no. As you get older, peer pressure will come in so many different forms. It can be as a way of, when will you finish school? When will you go to college? When will you start your career? Whichever career some people may want you to have. It's good to know that many people will impose their beliefs and the way that they think life should be onto you. It is your life, and it is okay to let them know that you have other plans, that you want something else for yourself. When you should have kids, should you have kids, should you be married, what kind of partner you should have in your life. These are the kind of pressure experiences that may happen in your life. Just giving you a little heads up. Learning to say no now that you're young will give you so much power. Because how often do we not want to please others? Do we not want to be there for others, even if we have to take away from ourselves? right? We want to be there for people, and it's totally okay to be there for people, but not when it's taken away from you. Do you understand what I mean? If there's something that you need to do and you have to drop what you're doing to help someone else, to make someone else happy, that's you prioritizing their needs over yours. Learn to say no in a respectful way without hurting anyone's feelings. Be aware of the feminine products that you use, whether that's pads or tampons, any of that sorts. Make sure you do your research. Find what works for you and pay attention to your body. If you try something new, go see a doctor, stop what you're using, and figure out if it's actually working for you or not. Also, birth control. Birth control is something that's so important to be talked about. It's a personal decision. You decide what kind of birth control you should use. There's so many birth controls out there. Find out what works for you. You're going to hear so many stories, scary stories. Don't freak out. Know that everyone experiences everything totally different. Because the pills didn't work for someone doesn't mean it won't work for you. Because the depot shot didn't work for someone doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. Find what works for you. Do your research and ask yourself certain questions. Do you think you'll remember to take a pill every single morning? Do you rather have the birth control be in the form of a shot? Are you okay with needles? Are you okay with something being inserted within you, whether it's a ring or the IUD? Find what works for you. And don't listen so much to what other people say. Not that they may not be right, not that their story may not be true, but don't let that hold you back. Find what works for you. While we're in the topic of birth control, feel completely comfortable with asking any question to your doctor. Make sure you feel comfortable enough to say anything that you want to say. If there are any changes in your body that you wish to speak about, if there's anything, any concern you have, talk to someone. Now you're young, you have your entire life ahead of you. So let's talk a little bit about dating. You may find yourself talking to someone every single day, talking on the phone, texting all day, hanging out with each other, but you don't know where you guys stand. Know and understand that it's totally okay to ask where you guys stand. Don't feel some type of way. Don't feel like if you ask where you guys stand, that makes you clingy, that means like you're nagging, or that makes you anything else. Anything that boys or men may be saying. You are being very mature and wanted to know exactly where you stand. Because if you don't know what's going on through someone else's mind, how can you know how to move forward, right? You're being mature in communicating and asking the questions that you need to be answered. So don't feel any type of way if you have questions and you feel like you need to ask them. Ask away. If someone wants you in their life, they will answer your questions. They will make sure that you are at ease. They will make sure that you know where they stand as well. So don't feel any type of way asking your questions. And now that we're on the topic, believe when someone tells you they're not ready to be in a relationship. Okay? I want to say that now while you're young. It's totally okay when someone is being honest with you and they're telling you they don't want to be in a relationship. Believe me, you'd rather have them tell you now than stay in the relationship or dating them, trying to change their mind. If they're not ready, don't pressure them. Don't pressure them because they may commit to you just so they can keep you. They may not behave and give you the love, affection, and attention you deserve. So believe when someone tells you they're not ready to be in a relationship. Believe it and respect it. I find it important to note that not making a decision is making a decision. If you don't speak up, if you don't talk, nothing's going to change. If you don't decide what you want in your life in a given moment, you're deciding if you don't decide. Does that make sense? Decide. Find what works for you. And I'm talking about anything and everything. Last but certainly not least is your credit. Yes, credit is everything. Your credit is what's going to help you get your dream house, get the house you want, how you want it, the kind of car you want in an instant. However, don't get carried away with your credit. Your credit cards, they're not your money. And that is the truth. Credit cards are not your money. You will have to pay back. So, although it's important to have credit cards to help you build your credit, be very smart on how you spend that money. You will have to pay that back. So the bottom line, that is really not your money. The best way to do it is use your credit card while having the money. That way you can pay it off right away. So you're getting what you want or what you need at the moment. You're helping build your credit by using your credit card, and you're paying with the money that you already have. So you're not owing that money because you're going to pay it right away. Remember, credit is very important, but that credit card money isn't yours and you will have to pay back. So be smart about it. Life takes its own course. So many unpredictable things that can occur, but with your actions and your decisions is what determine most of your life, right? If you wake up in the morning and you make it to work, you will keep that job. If you call out of work, many times you will lose that job. And all your actions have consequences. Be very aware of all your actions. Live intentionally and use your brain. Don't allow anyone to pressure you into doing anything. It's your life. If something feels off to you, don't do it. If you want to do something, you want to try something, try it. As long as you're not harming anyone else and you speak to your parents, of course, if you're underage, go ahead and do it. Use that intelligence that you have. Okay? Stand for yourself. Be yourself. Be your own person. That is all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you and your time. Thank you so much for your support. If you did like this video, then don't forget to like it, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, let me know how you feel about this topic. If you're not already part of the tribe, don't forget to subscribe and join the family. It is free after all. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.